right, we're ready. Hey, good evening. My name's Christopher Cassels. I'm ordinarily the bass player in the 50 Watt Heavy and in Natalie Cortez band, and I really am very happy to be here doing some solo acoustic stuff for Art Luna at Luna's Cafe. Natalie and I were supposed to play at Luna's on May 2nd, and that gig being canceled was a terrible part of the pandemic, and but the sinking feeling I had on my couch that night as I was sitting home and suddenly realized what I would have been doing was just awful. But then it turned out that we got rescheduled to play July 11th, which obviously is not happening either. So really great to be able to play and do some stuff, and hopefully if this brings any just musical enjoyment for people at home watching, and keep us reminded of Luna's as the incredibly important venue that it is, and just in the DNA of the music scene in Sacramento, and have some appreciation for Art. Art did ask that any donations be made to Weave or Loaves and Fishes. I actually had occasion to donate to Weave over the weekend, and it's a good thing to do if you can. So I've already been talking. I don't usually do the acoustic guitar thing that much, and if I play in Sacramento very often, which I played last Saturday, I can't repeat the same stories. So all the more reason to get out of town and like troubadour around, like take the guitar and roam. And people don't know, I may have told this story, but troubadour itself is actually an old French word. It means guy who talks a lot and might eventually play a folk song. So that's me. But actually, I was trying to think, like, what, people have heard my stories already. It really doesn't leave much room for me up here at the microphone, except I thought the new thing I could do is I could do some complaining while I have all these people stuck here. Where am I going to get people to listen to me complain? And now you're into it. So, you switch channels, I guess, or fast forward. Can they fast forward on this? Probably. Now, this is not really a complaint. This is actually an introduction of a song. The last time I played this song, it wasn't all the way written, and I took out every yard of the guardrail trying to perform it. I think I can do it tonight. But here's the kind of complaining thing about it. So a couple years ago, I was playing at a jam, like a Sunday afternoon. Your buddies call you up and say, "Hey, I got some guys coming over. You want to come over and can you play this, play that?" Sure, I like to say yes to these things. So I'm in there playing this jam, and this guy says, "Hey, I got this song. You want to play this song that I wrote?" Like, the answer is yes. Let's go. So it's wrote is kind of an interesting thing for one of these like, kind of like. Okay, I think I can handle it. But then the part that he did write, by the end of the song, I realized was the lyrics. So the song was basically, he goes down to New Orleans. He meets a Cajun queen on the streets of New Orleans who attaches to him immediately. They stay up all night long. He satisfies her over and over again. And in the morning, she's vanished, and he's become the voodoo king of New Orleans. And I'm thinking, rock and roll's not free of cliche, but that's a gold medal cliche right there. And then I was thinking, he's a handsome guy, but I don't think that really happened. And then I actually thought, it is really disrespectful to the women of Louisiana. People should be confident and free in their sexuality and all these things, but I really just think it was kind of objectifying and again, not really accurate. And I just, as it festered in my mind, thinking about it later, a nice guy, that I thought, there really should be like this sort of like musical no-fly zone of suburban white guys writing that kind or any kind of song about Louisiana. But in the spirit of suburban white guys being entitled and privileged and doing whatever we want to, I'm about to play. This is a terrible introduction for this song because I'm about to play my song about Louisiana. It's like has everything all the way through every verse of it. I hope this is as respectful and reverent as it's intended to be. It's a song I wrote about half a year ago. It's called Surge. Told me not to wear those beads they gave us at the hotel. She knew me from those years way back, but these days probably not so well. Was just so glad to see her as we stood there in her kitchen. If you didn't know the way things were, you wouldn't know what's different. And I always meant to be there, but I finally put the miles in. We cured from all those chemicals, so ghosts inside our trophy skins, and there wasn't half the wreckage. I was all geared up for seeing just the shell shock and patina you only get from still just being. Let the good times stumble and crawl. Where are all those old junkies gonna go now? Back up to her feet with that city as a nurse. Kids still blowing horns, kicking time in reverse. Don't worry about the storm, look out for the surge. When she walked out in her flip-flops, hadn't even started raining. Fucked up omens on the off-ramps and the sense of something draining. First the hotels, then the headlights, borrow clothes and keep on moving. When Rita hit the beach house, stagnant water-rated jewelry. Last in the fonts on Trebuchet and Tombert. Everything gets so stepped on, it's not even there. Back up to her feet with that city as a nurse. Kids still blowing horns, kicking time in reverse. Don't worry about the storm, look out for the surge. First roll in the graveyard, 1980s in Ohio, 900 miles from Louisiana. That spring night that we collided. Same age as our kids now, back then, but clearly temporary. Fiance on the telephone, met a couple guys she married. Let the good times make it back to the room. Baby junkies in Dayton, burning thrift store spoons. Still strong on our feet, unaware of the curse. Little hip bone bruises, getting off till it hurts. Steal away with the best and wade into the worst. Don't worry about the storm. Don't worry about the storm. Don't worry about the storm, just look out. Told me not to wear those beads they gave us at the hotel, 'cause she knew me from those years way back, but these days probably not so well. Was just so glad to see her as we stood there in her kitchen. If you didn't know the way things were, you wouldn't know what's different. All right. So, thank you. Socially distanced audiences are not all that different from the old ones. That was old. It was a clean and sober song. Here's a drinking song. Give me Houston, 'cause Detroit's not my crave. Give me Houston, 'cause Detroit's not my crave. So when I'm dry, I can get whiskey just made. Whiskey, whiskey is some folks' downfall. Whiskey, whiskey is some folks' downfall. If I can't get no whiskey, I ain't no good at all. Have you ever been drunk and slept in all your clothes? Have you ever been drunk and slept in all your clothes? And when you woke up, it felt like you was outdoors. So I'm gonna get drunk, mama, just one more time. So I'm gonna get drunk, mama, just one more time. 'Cause when I'm drunk, can't nothing worry my mind. All right. You know, it's ironic that I'm not going to play a Christmas song today, even though all the Christmas songs I write. I say ironic because there's a tiny child's Christmas mitten being used as the windscreen on this microphone here. I don't know what to make of that. I was confused, so confused. Hey, so I played that song. That's a song that was that I knew the Sippy Wallace version of that song. I learned it to play it while I was opening up for Mishka Shubaly in the Bay Area on November 1st, which happens to be Sippy Wallace's birth date and day of death. She was an excellent drinker, by the way. If you look for her David Letterman appearance, she brought the gigantic mug of beer from the green room out. I don't think I've ever seen any other guest on Letterman do that, but she was pretty great. So I have this thing. We were supposed to be playing May 2nd at Luna's, so I learned a song by Link Wray called Fallen Rain. And Link Wray was born on May 2nd. So I like to play a song whatever day I'm playing, which is infrequent enough. But I like to play a song by an artist who's either born or sometimes died on that day. I'm a little opportunistic as I'm cherry picking the celebrity dates. And I ended up with one today. Today, meaning July 11th, when this actually airs. And the person that came up with was Tommy Ramone. And so Tommy Ramone was the longest lived member of the Ramones. And this is kind of something I ponder once in a while, even though I'm not a huge Ramones fan, is that they're gone. You know, every single original member of that band is deceased. You know, and that. It's just something when you think about an iconic band and performers like that they're gone, and really want to just gives me pause, I guess. But the image of the Ramones is so strong. But Tommy Ramone, they weren't related, but Tommy Ramone was an immigrant. His parents were Hungarian Jews. And he would have been conceived and born immediately after World War II. And his parents survived the last couple of years of World War II by being hidden in a house of friendly people. It's just an amazing American story when you think about it. From that start, and that is the American story, if I can just say, it's the real American story. So I got a Ramones song, and. Unfortunately, after I learned this song, I realized that Tommy's not on this album. That this is from the album after he left the band, which is fairly early on. I don't know, maybe that's part of the American story too. I don't know, that kind of thing. But anyhow, so here's a Ramones song. I'll play it today. I probably never play it again, and we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way through. So Greg, we got to do this thing. I clap to get it at the beginning. So I'm going to hold my hand up as a reference in case in case I screw this up and we need to cut it out and come back to the actual fix it in post. But we'll give you a little thing. So we got that. All right. This is still take one, by the way. All right. Do you remember Hullabaloo, up beaching to get Sullivan too? Do you remember rock and roll radio? Do you remember rock and roll radio? Do you remember Murray the K, Alan Freed and High Energy? It's the end of the 70s. It's the end of the century. Do you remember lying in bed with the covers pulled up over your head? Radio playing so no one could see. We need change and we need it fast, before rock's just part of the past. 'Cause lately it all sounds the same to me. Do you remember Jerry Lee, John Lennon, T-Rex, and old Grubby? It's the end of the 70s. It's the end of the century. Do you remember lying in bed with the covers pulled up over your head, radio playing so no one could see? We need change and we need it fast before rock's just part of the past. 'Cause lately it all sounds the same to me. All right, first time through. Okay. And then do we reset it? Okay. This is a very old song. This goes out to Eric and Dave, meaning Eric Butler, Dave Harrell, and also Eric Masanaga and Dave Derby. Dancing with Joan. I gotta start it again, sorry. Change the capo position. Dancing. You can edit this, right? We're not live streaming right now, are we? You wouldn't do that to me. All right. All right. All right, this song goes out to Eric and Dave, meaning my old friends Eric Butler and Dave Harrell, and also Eric Masanaga and Dave Derby. Dancing with Joan. Jesus Christ. All right. All right, hang on a second. I can do it. I'm not doing an intro this time. I'm just going to play it. Dancing with Joan. Ah, this is a story about a girl that I know. Dancing with Joan. She's standing on tiptoes, she's kissing me. Smile looks strange, she's smiling at me. The gin that I drank is affecting me now. I wanna reach out and grab her, but I don't know how. Tell if we're in love. Dancing with Joan. She goes on and on about some obscure fact. Dancing with Joan. She's gone to this place and she can't get back. She can't help offending the people she knows. She has to go on walks and just laugh it off and talk about the people she loves all night. I can't remember feeling this strange when I said that I wanted things to change. I get down on my knees and try to whisper those words, but I was so drunk and everyone heard. Fell on the pavement and looked so absurd. She don't remember that well. Dancing with Joan. She invites me in and we talk about me. 50 watt heavy and Indian tea. Tells me this time she's felt like a fool. Can't remember what she's gonna say. Hey, dancing with Joan. Dancing with Joan, Joan, Joan. Dancing with Joan. All right. Scratching it down to experience one last time. Leaving your body defined by the high tide line. Fuzzy stairs, the washed up sand glass eyes. The cliff house fence and the pull of the wind in the night. It's how you catch your break. That's how you catch your break. Cassette tape labeled sad songs and felt pen. Capizio shoebox spilled out on your bed from way back then. Hey, there's things of treasure that just get spent, and trajectories get so bent. So you step out when you can't stand up in your own skin. That's how you catch your break. That's how you catch your break. These women all joke that they're 29 with their wayward strands and their lines. They're hanging on, but they're gonna be alright. But you got this static that never clears, always off by a couple degrees. The warmth of the living years always just out of reach. Mademoiselle in a heap on the bathroom tiles. A 16-year-old girl on the ropes and tired. All these ruminations that turn to lead, nothing solid under your feet. And this whole black ocean ends on a strip of beach. That's how you catch your break. That's how you catch your break. Right. 2 more songs. Again, it's really great to be getting a chance to play some music, if not at Luna's, in Luna's, but for Luna's and for all the patrons of Luna's who are staying safe, being safe, keeping everybody else safe by following along through this necessary time to get through this pandemic. So for everybody who's at home watching and not out crowded around behaving dangerously, I'd really like to just I hope you enjoy all this. These are both a couple of New York City songs. I'll explain them in a second. Ticket agents barking like we're prisoners in the gulag of the Port Authority. And for our astonished faces, we know we're in the right place. They only make the black men show ID. And we're all laughing about the pigeons in the Greyhound Bay downstairs, like how they got inside here is so strange. There's a woman yelling at him like she's cursing out her ex. Sees a pair of birds and somehow feels betrayed. And the driver says that he don't use no microphone. The wannabes sink down and look away. The walls inside this tunnel fly by inches from the glass until we're borne up to that skyline in the haze. The sun sets out the window on the right side of the New Jersey Turnpike heading south. No drinking, no weapons, and silencey phones. We're all up in this thing together here now. Little halter-top kid fights with her mother for the phone and mutters bitch half under her breath. By Newark she's curled up and sucking her thumb. The air conditioning freezes us to death. And there's a brand new looking playground by a factory. It's all chain link fence and goose shit everywhere. There's a statue of Jesus that's taller than the church, like he's scanning around some way out of there. And the water looks polluted, but there's egrets and there's fawns in the scrub woods as the turnpike slips away. No drugs, no profanity. Silence your phones, come up and tap if you got something to say. And I saw the four-wheeled Flying Dutchman with a sign asking for gas outside the TGI Fridays by the mall. It's the same old different places, it's just riding till I ache. We're all heading for the same place now. The sun sets out the window on the right side. There's a view from on the bridge, but it's the same. No smoking, no fighting, hold the rails if you get up 200 miles to the Chesapeake Bay. First day there, my mom goes to a funeral. My dad's sleeping off his chemo in a chair. It's raining like it never does in Sacramento. Suburban thunder mumbles through the air. And there's no deer out in the woods where all the trees fell in some storm. So I kick through the leaves and look for bones. The houses on the cul-de-sac behind me on the ridge. In my pocket, ambulance photos on my phone. The sun sets on a strip mall outside Wilmington. Inside this Ruby Tuesday's omelette sitting dead. No drinking, no fighting, hold the rails if you get up. It's the same place we're all going up ahead. All right. So, the song's a metaphor about riding the bus. I actually wrote that on the Greyhound bus between New York City and Wilmington, Delaware, and the metaphor is all there. It's a kind of a sad song for me at the moment. Just gonna have one more I'm gonna play, but I'm playing another New York City song. Unfortunately, a friend of mine, Mark Orleans, who I went to college with, and this guy that's also stayed active playing music, very active, well-established avant-garde noise musician, played with a lot of people, played with people in Sonic Youth, released a lot of albums in a lot of different bands, took his life last Thursday in New York City as a direct consequence of the COVID-19. He'd been busking on the subway for, and a very talented bluegrass musician who busked every day mostly and was able to cover his expenses that way, and his ridership went down by 90%, and this went on forever. And like a lot of musicians, he was a guy that had he had a personality to him, put it that way. And a lot of our sensitive folks are not really cut out for this. So I will just say, I gave to Weave the other day. Art's encouraging people to give to agencies if you can, and that Loaves and Fishes was another one that he mentioned, and that helps people meet their absolute basic needs when they can't. And but this song, this last song, it's not as downbeat as the introduction. This is Mark played on the recorded version of this song. An old bandmate of mine, Al Huckabee, put out recently. So Mark played pedal steel on this, and so this is the last song I'm going to do tonight. And here we go. She said she'd been drinking since 2 p.m. and I said, so have I. 2 p.m. back in 86, I believe it was the 4th of July. I like to have a good time. Maybe you do too, we can have a good time. I'm thinking, just me and you. And the road goes on forever, and the party never ends. And you might run out of cigarettes, but you never run out of friends if you like a good time. She said she was from the other side of town, and I said, it takes all kinds. Rich or poor, heads or tails, your place or mine, I like to have a good time. Maybe you do too, just imagine all kinds of the trouble we could get into in front of all of these good people gathered here tonight. put your hands in the air and solemnly swear everything's gonna be alright if you like a good time. I think I got the cure for what's getting you down, and it don't hurt at all. This library loud, America proud, and it's dry as waterfall. Like to have a good time. Maybe you do too. Just imagine all kinds of the trouble we could get into. Yeah, the road goes on forever, and the party never ends. And you might run out of cigarettes, but you never run out of friends if you like a good time. All right. We got songs by Alex Walker and Natalie Cortez, of course, on the bill tonight. So it's been great playing, and see you in person at Luna's before too long. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, go. I feel good, I feel bad, I feel happy, I feel sad. Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. I feel rich, I feel poor, I'm in doubt, I feel sure. Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. Any time of the day I can see your face when I close my eyes. He's a dream, she is real. Can't explain how I feel. Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. Time of the day I can see your face when I close my eyes. Am I dead or alive? Am I or heart survive? Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. Am I in love? Oh, I must be in love. Happy birthday, Art. Do you have some time today to listen to me? Make it short, the masquerade is over. All the proceeds go to you, I'm leaving now. This hopeless situation, got my head together now when I won't take up your space. I'm on my way now, got a mind of my own. I'm not lonely anymore. not lonely anymore without you, without you, without you. The look of dismay tells me you do care. Somewhere in there exists a heart and soul. But don't expect me to look back when I'm halfway out the door. This hollow bond is broken now, you smashed it on the floor. Well, if it matters, it should have long ago. I run all out of glue and you won't buy anymore. I'm not lonely anymore. I'm not lonely anymore without you, without you, without you. This hollow bond is broken now, you smashed it on the floor. Well, if it matters, it should have long ago. I've run all out of glue and you won't buy anymore. I'm not lonely anymore. I'm not lonely anymore without you, without you, without you, without you, without you. Thank you. And thank you to Art and to the Sirens. Sat beside myself and I gave myself advice, 'cause I knew I had the answers. I sympathized and criticized, made wet eyes and stained my face, and I knew that I was right. For it's only temporary love, and what can I expect of life? There's valleys and there's mountains awaiting me to fall or climb. A swift return, I saw it on myself, sweep that swollen heart under the bed. Hey, 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 hey. Immersed in pain, I swam to the shore of ignorance and emerged to illogical behavior. I drank the wine in silence time, blurred my mind till everything seemed so unessential. For it's only temporary pain, as lasting as the drink I hold. I faded in and out of mind to be here with this gift from you. To walk along a line of dead as heavy as the one to my heart is wrong. For it's only temporary love, and what can I expect of life? There's valleys and there's mountains waiting me to fall or climb. A swift return, I swore to myself, sweep that swollen heart under the bed. Thank you. We had we had two bunny ears there. Yes, there's a rabbit in this video. You might not see it on camera, but it's there. Happy birthday, Art. Thank you so much for letting us do this. And again, anybody who wants to donate money to Weave or Loaves and Fishes, that would be awesome. They need it at this time. They really do. It's a Rick Thornton song. Got 200 more miles to go, better change the oil. If I had a dime for a postcard, I'd send you one from Cannery Row. I pulled into a truck stop in South St. Elaine, walked up to the counter, met their homecoming queen. She had her lips pressed like a 5x7 glossy of Marilyn Monroe. She stared at my car keys, told me she loved me. I said, baby, where do you wanna go? Far away from this dump, I hope. Far away from this dump, I hope. Far away from this dump, I hope. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Met a poet in a drugstore, he's leaning against a quarter love machine. He's jamming magazines and paperbacks deep into the pockets of his jeans. Had him backed up in a corner, looking twitchy and defensive. He said, man, where I come from, this kind of stealing, it's not offensive. Struck a pose, a little cigarette and snarled just like a late great Jimmy Dean. He stared at my car keys and the homecoming queen. I said, buddy, where do you wanna go? Far away from this dump, I hope. Far away from this dump, I hope. Far away from this dump, I hope. Man, I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Rain if you're with it, to the music of the moon and stars. And I said, hi, holy radio, get immaculate reception in these cars. Well, I was pounding on the wheel to that high, holy beat, and heard a groaning and thumping coming from the back seat. Stared straight ahead and watched the wiper blades scrape away the stars. Money radio said 2 movie stars found dead on a California highway last night. Far away from this dump, I hope. No one that I know will love, I hope. Far away from this dump, I hope. I wanna ride. I wanna ride. Won't you take me where you're going, 'cause I don't like where I'm from. I wanna ride. Won't you take me where you're going, 'cause I don't like where I'm from. I wanna ride. Thank you. For reals, there's a rabbit that's just running back and forth. That rabbit's dynamite. But look at the bones. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, I think they hang out together, the cat and the rabbit. They're just like buddies. All right. It's called She's Better. Oh, how does this go anyway? And you walk to the club, kissing her, kissing you. And she saw you, and you saw her too. Couldn't you laugh a little louder? Couldn't you say things a little sweeter? Didn't matter, don't you see? Didn't matter, 'cause she's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. And you drove down J Street, down to watch that new band play. Best one according to Jerry, and you knew she'd be there too. Couldn't you act a little lonely? Couldn't you seem a little sad? Didn't matter, don't you see? Didn't matter, 'cause she's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. Wrote a little letter, told her you loved her wrong. What was it to matter when she'd see you for who you are? She's better since you. She's better because of you. She's better since you. She's better than you. She's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. She's better than you are. She's better than you. she's better than you are. Thank you. So yeah, this is how things are going to be from now on. We're going to be doing concerts out in Greg's backyard, and this is how it's going to roll. But we will prevail with Harleys in the background. Thank you. I'll keep this short. This is my last song, and then Alex Walker will be up shortly. Okay. This is the newest song that we do in the band, and hopefully we'll get to record as an album someday, on an album. Watching you walk away, never look at things the same way. You don't think I'm wasting my time. I look at things from inside my mind. Feel I'm going straight to hell. Leaving me is the last thing you did well. Slip inside on my shoes. Never give you things that you can't lose. You don't think I'm wasting my time. Look at things from inside my mind. Feel I'm going straight to hell. Leaving me is the last thing you did well. Look into my crystal ball. See you there against the wall. Talking like you know it all. Just before you fall. Watching you walk away, I'll never look at things the same way. You don't think I'm wasting my time. Look at things from inside my mind. Feel I'm going straight to hell. Leaving me is the last thing you did well. Feel I'm going straight to hell. Leaving me is the last thing you did well. Did well. You did well. Thank you so much. Thank you to Christopher Cassels for being willing to do this, to Alex Walker, and to Arluna, to Greg Hain for filming this and recording it, and for Jay sitting there. Thank you guys so much. All right, Alex Walker will be up shortly.
You ready? My name is Alex. This is Hannah. We're going to sing some songs for you now.
You never asked too much. We never said those words. But you never once tried hard enough And some things will last too long. But we never quite belonged, and we never were that strong before. But you won't like this, how we try it. Just leave us undone. We were the jealous ones. She was the first kiss and the last blush. She was the Cold War, he was the gold rush. She was the reason why we never needed this. And so you still try to handle it. You were the last to know, and she was the first to tell you so. There's nothing left below this. Some things are best undone, and we won't hurt that long. But reason it all you want. But you'll leave her, sink out beneath her. You'll never be the one to take the last word. I'm all out of reasons we should stop believing. And if the heart has its reasons, why can't we stop this bleeding? And I feel it's so wrong, and I feel it's so wrong. And I feel it's so wrong, what I've needed so long. I can see it's so wrong, but I need it. And I'm all out of reasons we should stop believing. And if the heart has its reasons, we can't stop this bleeding. And she was waiting there when the word came. He was a good man, she was the sea change. Not the last chance, nor the chosen one. What you came for and ran away from. She was the first kiss of the end game, and he was cowardice under a code name. Tremble and tear, oh so easily, from what he promised you and what you claimed to be.
Thank you, all of you. Well, we have the honor of raising money for 2 organizations. I know that Weave helps with women escaping violent situations and children affected by domestic violence. I can't tell you the acronym exactly, but if that is what prevents you from donating, well, you're the jerk that we're protecting women from, and everyone else, you can look it up and operate Google. And what else are we supporting today, Hannah? Loaves and fishes. 2 of my favorite things to eat simultaneously, and a great organization that that actually I've done a great deal of volunteer work for in the past, because some neat, compassionate people work with some of the clients they support who are dealing with homelessness, who are dealing with addiction, and are facing untenable home situations and have opted to live on the streets. And so Loaves and Fishes Another great thing, and no acronym that you have to memorize. Just 2 delicious foods you can remember. Next time you're eating a loaf and or a fish, think to yourself, hey, perhaps I can donate to Loaves and Fishes, the organization. Buying a loaf or a fish doesn't count. Well, that was our second song. What are we going to do for our third? Let's do, should we do Letting You Go?
Sure.
This song is next because I've already capoed at the first fret. So if you're playing along at home, it's remarkable because these are super hard songs. No, it's just you haven't heard them before, so that's what's remarkable. You ready?
I am.
All right. This is a song called Letting You Go.
You had me believing till the end of the world, to the top of the wall. Oh, you had me deceived, but I still don't want to know. I don't want to know if I didn't know. So come back now, baby, 'cause my heart loves you so. Now back to the business of letting you go. Oh, taken for granted and taken to task, afraid of my answer and afraid that you'd ask. You promised forever a lifetime ago. I said I forgive you, and I still don't. I never have words for what my heart doesn't know. I'm still missing the part about letting you go. Oh, when our words fail, when our hearts break, I will sing this song to you still. When our arms fall, when our will fades, I will sing this song to you still. When our words fail, when our hearts break, I will sing this song to you still. When our arms fall, when our will fades, I will sing this song to you. Oh, when our breath stills, I will still be singing. I will still be singing. So come back now, baby, 'cause I still miss you so. I miss every part about letting you go, missing the part about letting you go, still missing the part about letting you go.
Thanks. Well, Hannah,
Yes, Alex.
since I'm speaking to you through a microphone, I feel like my words are giving an undue amount of validity and heft, just general heft. And using this newly acquired heft, I would like to invite you to play the keyboard with me on a song entitled Masterminding. If you choose not to, this portion of the recording will be scrubbed, and now I can say whatever I want. Unfortunately, that's what I want.
We'll try it.
Awesome. I'm going to tune this guitar.
All right.
This guitar is displeased with me and my strumming. Oh! I fail to see rabbits, even when they're right next to me.
Is this a pet rabbit or is it just? Ah,
Just
gotcha.
so we know how.
Sorry.
Just so we can answer the questions of medical professionals when they ask us, Natalie, does anyone else see this rabbit? Is okay. Right. So besides Christopher, I'm wondering if any of the people who are present have seen this rabbit. It's aforementioned rodent you speak of. Okay. Yes. It's no ordinary rabbit. It's got fangs. It's got. I go. Perhaps we can confuse it by retreating further. Now go change your armor. This intro is done, Greg. It's fine. This one. Gosh. Thought I was tactless.
This thing only records in like 7 minutes and 59-second intervals. So.
All
Very
right.
interesting.
Here's a song that we're going to efficiently sing. Are you ready for this?
I think so.
All
I will
right.
try.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
She'll pretend you're better off without her. Anything to make you go away. You're inventing reasons not to doubt her. But she is masterminding your escape. She doesn't like it when you leave her alone voices waving, she isn't what you need. She is like the hint of stormy weather. She is like the drugs that never take. And she exists only when you're together. And she is one more habit you will break. She doesn't like it when you leave her alone with every voice that sings you'll never be anything she needs. And you are not the trampled ground beneath her. And you are not the silence she surrounds. You're the one who promised to believe her when she says the sky is falling down. She doesn't like it when you leave. She's alone with all the voices whispering you aren't what she needs. And she's a little more than the hint of stormy weather. And she's the last line of a drug you'll never take. And maybe baby only makes you crazy, but you keep it together. And she is one more habit you can't break. Oh, she doesn't like it when you leave. She's alone with all the voices whispering you aren't what she needs. Oh. She doesn't like it when you leave. She's alone with all the voices whispering. She's alone with all the voices whispering. She's alone with all the voices whispering you aren't what she needs. All right.
Is my guitar too loud now?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to do Waltz or February?
Sure. Which one would you rather do, Waltz or Ooh? I like all those songs and know them.
Okay. We can do Strong as Will Be, and then, yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a song that Hannah and I sang at the park. And I said, hey, there are some words missing from this. Can you fix it? And she was like, well, it's your song. Aren't you supposed to write the words to it? And I said, no, that's not really what songwriting is. All the kids nowadays are just coming up with beats, and then someone else. That conversation didn't happen. But I did ask her to write some words to it, and that was fun. And this is one of my favorite songs we get to do. So it's called As Strong as We'll Be. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm still standing here. See, I don't know the words since you wrote them. Here we go. Here it is.
And maybe this is as strong as we'll be. And maybe this is never it seemed like we were standing. Take me in and promise you'll be the closest of them to turn on me. 'Cause my only everything has fallen down again, has fallen down again, and I swear I can't remember when it seemed like we were standing.
You hide behind words.
Take me in and promise you'll be the closest of them to turn on me. 'Cause my only everything has fallen down again, has fallen down again, and I swear I can't remember when it seemed like we were standing.
I totally forgot that person. that note existed. Proof there. Okay, here we go.
And swing me back again. Oh, I just want to see the sun for one last time. I can't believe it when my favorite story ends. Break it down. And is it still behind you now? It seems real. And somewhere in your eyes I find that I can still recall the stars align. And do we just pretend to say it all again? Afraid of what you found. Are we still here? Could we just pretend to say it all again? Oh, stare it down. drank for what you've drowned. Disbelieving. Undermine you, and I have seen this fall to pieces and still return, return, return. I have seen this far beneath us. I will ask, return, return, return.
Thank you. All right.
And midnight is falling on Trafalgar Square, with 4 days between you and me. And nothing's forever, and nothing is fair. It's nothing I care to believe. The weather is turning, it's back on the square, and I struggle to breathe. The sky is as high and as dark with desire as my patience is faltering. 'Cause we all sleep alone, and we all try to fight it, and we're so far from home, but not you tonight. Not you tonight. And midnight is falling, it's dark on the square, with 4 days between you and me, and nothing's for certain, and nothing is fair. It's more than I dare to believe. 'Cause we all sleep alone, and we all try to fight it, and we're so far from home, but not you tonight. Not you tonight. as we all sleep alone. And we all try to fight it. And we're so far from home, but not you tonight. Not you tonight.
Maybe we can just edit it like right. Okay.
I would sign up to listen to that knowing full well that there was that and 3 others. And there was only that. So I'm just saying.
Cut it off like right.
I feel like your piano is redemptive on that song, so I will not be. All right.
Okay. So
All right. Let's move.
piano
Yeah.
aside.
Do you mind if can we move the piano and just make her here?
Yeah.
All right.
Inner city pressure. Inner city pressure.
Yep, and you can hear what he's doing. All right, here's a song called February. This is a song to commemorate the months-long preparations for Art's birthday party. Every February, the children of Sacramento gather. I don't know what happens. Here's a song called February. 1, 2.
It's getting cold inside this house. All is quiet in the echo of the shout. I hear you crying up the stairs. And February's not been kind over the years. Will we make it there from here? Now come on, baby, aren't you just a little sick of the fear? Now I can see you're terrified. It only makes it harder when we lie. When we lie. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Apocalyptic, so to speak. And miss the earthquake lying back in bed asleep. They say it held the beach. You say something comes between the supernatural and me. Yeah. Will we make it there from here? Now come on, baby, aren't you just a little sick of the fear? Now I can see your shaking hands. Things don't always turn out like we planned. Like we planned. I'm sick of how I talk about you and to myself. Yeah, to myself. I'm afraid of what you'll ruin with what you deserve, with what you deserve. With what you deserve. With what you deserve. With what you deserve.
Hannah Lingrell.
Alex Walker.
I'll tell you one thing about Hannah. Her guitar has bass for days, and all I wanted to do was just play the E string and hold it in front of the monitor in ways that would perplex and annoy our audience. But it was still... My guitar goes... And your guitar... This is my mic. It's okay. This is my microphone. It's seen worse. And your guitar just... And somewhere a tank gets its turret. All right. Last one out. Let's do last one out. This is a song that features the D minor key. Yes, Craig.
Don't pretend you never planned to end it this way, then close your eyes as if it disguises us from all that you've seen. And we've been fighting here for days now. Don't pretend you never meant them, all that you said then. And close your eyes, one last enticement left to feel. And we've been fighting tears for days now. You were the last one. You were the last one. You were the last one out. So surprised I couldn't keep you from slipping away then. Slow goodbyes. Did we collapse here, or did we just fade? You've been crying Is anyone left to save us now? After all the tales we tell, we're alone inside this shell. Last one, you were the last one. Oh, you were the last one out. So don't pretend you never meant that, all that you said then.
I will buy you another capo. I need to borrow some money for a capo later. All right. What song are we going to sing now?
We've got two more. We've got
You Could Do Worse and last one out. Wait, dang it. You Could Do Worse.
As Strong As He'll Be.
Oh, so close to a moral victory. Then like a mic stand rising unnecessarily from the depths. Earlier, you couldn't see it on TV Land, but Jay totally bit it right in the gravel. Yeah. Your mic, Alex. Okay, here's a song called You Could Do Worse. 'Cause hey, you could.
I do need the lyrics.
All right. Happy birthday to Art Luna. Come on. I once played this song. I'd played this song with my dear friend Tom 4 or 5 times, and Tom rocks. He's awesome. But one time I started playing it, and he was like, "You know, I know the tempo, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, totally. Here we go. We're ready." And he's like, "No, I got the tempo." I'm like, what? And it took me a while because I'm at times not a smart bear, but realized, oh, he was saying, "Hey, stop stomping. I know the tempo." And I was like, "No, I just stomp because that's how Quakers dance. We're just like, there's some music. I'm not sure what to do with it. I haven't grown up in a manner that would prepare me to deal with it constructively, so I'm just going to stomp here." And so that's what I do. So I had to actively, whenever I play the song with Tom, I have to actively keep myself from stomping. Shouldn't stomp to a bass player. You're implying you don't, yeah. But you don't have a bass guitar with you, so I'm going to stomp all I want. I asked permission from Greg, and he said I could. Nervous talker. What is he doing?
You could do worse. Settle down with a nice boy. I guess you know better. Maybe you could care less. And given the choice, you fall in love till the feeling fades, and all you were left with is anyone's guess. So tell me your best lie. There's no harm in believing such sweet, sweet words over your eyes. I swear the sun will that we leave here will be lost. And if it's more than I can take, I'll learn the hard way. And if it's all one big mistake, I'm ready. You could do worse. I settled down with a nice boy who simply leaves you alone and feeds you a line. Oh, too late to start over, and you're so tired of the question, and every shiny confession leaves you colder every time. I swear the sun will never set on us, and nothing that we leave here will be lost. And if it's more than I can take, I'll learn the hard way. And if it's all one big mistake, well, at least it's something. And if it's more than I can take, I'll learn the hard way. And if it's all one big mistake, I'm ready. And if it's more than I can, so much more than I can. And if it's more than I can, so much more than I can. And if it's more than I can, so much more than I can. And if it's more than I can, you're so much more than I can take.
All right, here's the first song that Hannah and I did at the park. We were socially distanced and seated in stadium seats, and I was sitting on a root, and it made my leg go numb. I was embarrassed, so I stood up and said, I'm going to instead fall over. Could we edit that to make it look like my laugh looks less like a just slow motion tailbone accident? Okay.
Maybe this is as strong as we'll be. And maybe this is never up to me. 'Cause my only everything is fall down again, is fall down again. And I swear I can't remember when it seemed like we were standing. Take me in and promise you'll be the closest of them to turn on me. 'Cause my only everything has fallen down again, has fallen down again, and I swear I can't remember when it seems like we were standing.
You hold the cards.
Take me in
Fade away.
and promise you'll be
Promises given too late.
the closest of them
Back to
to turn on me. 'Cause my only everything has fallen down again, has fallen down again, and I swear I can't remember when it seemed like we were standing.
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks Greg and Christopher and Natalie and Jay and Hannah and the rabbit and the cat that I can verify exists. The rabbit still a mystery, but we'll thank him nonetheless. Happy birthday, Art. Please take the opportunity to check out Loaves and Fishes and Weave, two worthy organizations, and give them your support as well.
Thank you.